Beautiful goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hello everyone and welcome back to Dodge Central. Today we are bringing you a featured game from the English Men's Super League at St George's Park. We are bringing you a match from round 2 of Lutterworth Meteors against London Storm. My name is Alex Sutch and I'm your commentator, and I'm joined today by Elisa Storch.
I'm very excited for this game. It should be definitely a top of the table battle, so let's see how it goes.
And for those who may remember last season, London Storm actually beat Lutterworth Meteors. I think it was the final meet of the season.
Yeah, it was.
Only the second team to ever beat Meteors at National Leagues, which is a huge accomplishment on both teams' part. One for the record Meteors held, and 2 for Storm for actually, being able to
challenge
take
that.
down Meteors.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's been a quick hit here on Johnny Day to start with. So a 6v5 for Meteors so far. And a catch just to even it out. Oh, actually no, so Storm will be up 6-5 now from Sam Laverty. A lovely...
Yep, Johnny Day does come back in. I think an interesting approach that Storm have taken this season is that Johnny Day, one of Storm's bigger arms and bigger players, actually plays in the middle now.
Yes.
Which, a bit of an interesting tactic, but I spoke to James Fowler, who's the captain of Storm, and he says they've taken this approach to try and utilise the 0-2s and draw attention away from their wingers a bit more. So it'll be an interesting tactic. We'll see how it works against this strong Lutterworth Meteors side.
Yeah, I quite like it because Johnny Day, although is a great arm, he's also a fantastic catcher as well, so he's still a threat in that middle role. So we've had a 1-for-1 here on the left side as well, and I think we're even on court now, so quite a lot going on.
Yeah, I was about to say 3 players apiece, but Storm do get a nice multi-ball release there onto Nathan David. So they now are up 1 player.
Ooh, a nice block there by Nathan Christopherson, and a nice counter there to get Sam Laverty out. So we are now 2v2.
Yep. I think another interesting point to sort of think about during this game is that the format for National Leagues have changed this year. So rather than just 2 games for meet, teams do in fact play 3. And Storm do take the first set.
A nice 2 hits there to finish that setter.
Yep. But as I was saying, so whilst we are playing 3 games for meet, that means teams are going to be significantly more tired.
Yeah.
So you might see a bit more of lazy plays. So I think it'll be something interesting just to keep an eye on.
It's going to test people's fitness and endurance really at the end of the day, and see how people with bigger arms are going to be able to survive across an hour and a half of gameplay. So definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, 100%. Some nice fakes.
An aggressive release there, but I can't see who made the catch.
He seems to be caught.
Yeah.
I think it was Sam Andresen.
Slightly
Unfortunately,
off course.
this camera angle, slightly cutting off the angle, but does catch out Brett Koenig.
Really nice dodge
Arguably,
there.
Meteor's one, better player.
Yeah, absolutely a big threat on that Meteor side, so really nice to take them out early.
We have seen Johnny Day come out to this left wing, though.
Yeah, I think a very flexible player and could be utilised in the middle and the left when needed as well. An aggressive release there, you're really pushing into that neutral zone. And a lot of pressure applied on both wingers as well.
Yeah, but it's good dodging from both sides so far.
Absolutely. It's a tough game to play in the middle for both of these sides with such aggressive throwers and big arms.
Huge arms.
Yeah, massive.
Yeah. Actually, Johnny Day's taken out on a 2-ball release there.
Yeah, I think a slight delay there, which is quite nice to track that second movement.
I'm going to say, because I know if I was on court, I would definitely be realistically trying not to react as much, but realistically, you're probably going to have to put some big dodges in just beforehand.
Absolutely. A nice 1-for-1 there again.
The delay.
It's hard as well with 6-on-6 on court. It's always difficult to put those big dodges in because you don't have much space, so it's kind of utilising the space that you do have.
Exactly. I mean, Johnny Day, quite a big player anyway. And especially when you've got big teammates on court, like Stephen Dunbe, Sam Laverty, it makes it quite difficult.
Absolutely.
I think there are 2 hits there.
Yeah, it did look like a
Deflection
ricochet.
from Laverty onto Dunbe.
Quite unfortunate, because it was a big dodge, just unfortunate to get that hit back on. Nice dodge there.
Gives Meteors a nice advantage in this set though. Now up 2 players, with David accepting the pressure.
Nice and calm walk up here, which I quite like. There's no need to rush up.
Andresen does get the trade with Evans, but Meteors will be happy with that as they go 3 players to 1.
Yeah, it's always difficult when you're down and you take a trade, because I think it always benefits the team that's up, but you need to do something. Unlucky there by Relton to get hit on the double counter.
And it does bring both teams even now at 2 points each. Still early into this game, only about 4-5 minutes being played.
Yeah, quite a lot of big hits already and some really nice plays, some nice catches. So it's quite intense from the get-go, which I wouldn't expect anything less from the both teams. A lot of the pressure applied there on the single counter.
A great release from Brett Koenig there, though, taken out and Dunbe before he can even get his trade off.
Definitely see testing blocks on these singles here to see what form the other opposition is on.
Brilliant from Evans there, though. Not only does he get the standing counter hit on today, but he gets out the way of Andresen's ball.
Yeah, very nice.
He's been, I don't know about you, but I think he's been an exceptional addition to this Meteors lineup from last season.
Absolutely.
Or since last season, I should say.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty disgusting plays from the boy, yeah.
I think definitely saw him sort of coming into that squad more and more as the season went on. You know, Meteors winning both the British Open and British Champs at the end of last season, I think really showed what this team could do.
Yeah, looking really strong.
They'll be definitely looking to sort of reclaim their Super League title from Leamington Spartans.
Yeah, they're definitely not going down without a fight, so.
You could see Nick Mester there almost putting his ball down like the European rules, but in England it is slightly different. You don't have to put the ball on the floor, you can pass it to a teammate.
Nice reaction there from Dan Evans to get that catch to put Meteors in the lead for this set. Yeah, absolutely, that is definitely something you see quite often. And you see teammates behind shouting for the ball, but no, they put it down. Been drilled in for countless hours.
I feel like so far we're only in the 3rd set, but each time I try and say something else already happens.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
Very fast-paced game so far, which I think, as you say, is expected with a team that is full of big arms and big players.
Absolutely.
You can see Fowler there, captain of Storm, almost annoyed with himself for not just trying to block with the one ball.
Quite difficult to get 3 balls coming at you. I think he did a good job, but there's not much you can do 1v4. I think you've got to attempt something. So Meteors go 4-2 up. To be fair, you know, everyone's in each set here. It's close. Like you said, it's only been 3 sets and they're all very tight, big hits. Let's see what goes on in this next set.
Yeah, approaching the halfway point in this first half. So, Nathan David almost falling off court.
Just stayed in, yeah. Ooh. It's interesting because Dan went in there for a 0-2 call and unfortunate there to throw pretty central at Johnny Day.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned earlier, Day is a good catcher, but admittedly I'd probably expect better from Evans, put it a bit higher, a bit lower.
Yeah, definitely. I think sometimes it doesn't matter how big an arm you have. If you put it in the gut, it should be a catch 95% of the time, so...
Nice dodging bump from both sides there.
Absolutely.
And Dunbe, although he's probably one of the larger players in Super League, he's very athletic and very agile. He probably dodges a lot better than probably some of the smaller players.
Oh, absolutely. His ability to gain a lot of ground on court is absolutely phenomenal.
Which
go on.
I think comes from his squash background.
Oh,
so
yes.
Obviously in squash you need to be able to move very, very quickly.
Yeah, lateral movements are key, and I think that definitely comes into play in his dodging style on court.
Nice and controlled pace on their walk up from Storm.
Absolutely, and a lovely hit there.
Yeah, Samlav with a nice 0-2. Obviously Samlav, I think, currently on that court is the only current European champion from his success with Northern Ireland just towards the end of last year.
A nice delay there to get Nathan David out. I respect releasing 3 balls there to try and get the hit. Yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal achievement from Sam Lavity. Yeah, I rate that attempt. I feel like you got to go for it.
Well, I think it's good for two reasons. One, you never know, you could get there for the catch, but if anything, it's drawn that release from Christopherson, meaning you can either gain possession from that, or Fowler could potentially get a hit.
Yeah, absolutely. And how often do you see it when
A lot.
balls go up and no one does anything, so it's always worth a try.
Exactly. Seen a lot of standing counters so far from the side of Meteors.
Yeah, and again. So I wonder if Storm will start putting more
Relton
fakes
surviving
in.
both, though.
Very impressive. It is not an
Play
easy
ball is called.
achievement to survive 2 free throws. And a nice catch
And
there
they
from
go for
Christopherson.
Christopherson.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting. I think sometimes when players have 4 or 5 balls, they'll choose to go for one of the stronger wingers, say Brett Koenig there, but they've chosen to go out for try and get out one of the better catchers on the team, so that way he has less impact later on in the set.
Yeah, I think when your game revolves around a lot of singles, it's nice to take out a catcher. So I can kind of see that idea to actually throw multiple balls, so there's kind of less of a risk of them making that catch.
Yeah.
So I think the debate between the refs are depending if he got hit first before the catch. But I'm not quite sure.
There did seem to be a few. It did seem like he had it at first, but there did seem to be a bit of movement with the ball, so it wasn't fully secure.
And that's always so difficult to see at real life time if it was secured before that hit was made.
It is, especially when, as you say, we just had 3-4 balls thrown at Christopherson. I think a lot of the time you see referees call catch and out. It's just sort of the easiest and simplest thing to do.
Yeah.
And it seems that is what has happened. Sam Andresen is going to head to the outbox, and Den Evans returns to the court.
So 3 PCO on court again. Both teams in each set. It's very competitive so far. Nice safe single there.
Yeah, as this gets later into the sort of stages of the set, while still being aggressive, you want to be nice and safe, going for the extremities, corners of players. Although that's a big celebration from Storm.
Yeah, I think a pre-throw hit there on the middle player.
Onto Jones from Meteors.
And Simdembe survived the ball that came at him, so I think Storm won 3-2.
Yeah. Bringing this game to 4 each. Interestingly, over on the Meteor side, I have actually just seen Simon Jones put on a board trigger bib, and he is rotating his arm quite a lot. Might have potentially injured it in that last frame.
A lot of pressure applied by the wingers here. Nice aggressive release, but not too central. Nathan Christopherson does well to get underneath.
Interesting tactic there. Meteors applying a similar one to Storm, in that you put in one of their bigger arms into the middle for the single. So although Evans is on the wing, he moves into the middle for the single and then back out to the wing.
A nice 1-for-1 again.
A nice trade with Fowler.
I think that's the second trade that they've had, so clearly potentially a game plan on both sides to do this. Both very good wingers, so it does definitely change the dynamic of the game when they're both off court. Nice hit there from Sam Lavtia on Nathan David. He tries to get out the way, but I think he does a nice job of tracking the dodge.
Yeah, some really good actions so far overall on these singles. Well left from Mester there. Joe Brown on ball now for Meteors after coming on for Jones.
I think they were tempted to go for the ricochet, but I think it was a good idea to leave it. Oh, Johnny Day heads to the outbox. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but 3-on-3 with multiple. Do not make the hit on Brett Koenig. Oh, line fault. That's unfortunate. I think a smart choice there to release one. So they have the chance now to either go for a counter or a pre-throw here. Nice safe release there from Sam Andresen. And a comfortable block from Nick Mester.
Oh, has come back to the side of Storm.
Yeah.
I'm sure Storm will be very happy with this, even if it means seeing out the entire rest of the set without any hits. Winning the set is a win.
So I think Sam managed to dodge. Sam Abdi managed to dodge those 2 balls, and I think Sam Andresen traded with Nick Mester, which again I think Storm would be pleased with that. They're still up.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, when the team that is up in players trades 1-for-1, that's always a positive
Oh, nice.
take.
A good strong finish
Well played
there.
from Railton there.
Yeah, absolutely. Take that every day of the week.
A very slight fake, just to sort of stumble Brown, make him jump, and then a nice hit on the feet. Just hearing from the refs there's only a 1-minute set remaining in this half. As Storm are currently up by 1 set. If they can keep this advantage going into the second half, that'll be a big momentum for Storm.
Yeah, going into that second half, 8-4 always puts you in a more comfortable position. But that 1-minute set is such a tough one to play.
And despite it being just a 1-minute set, we have seen a change on the Meteors side.
Nice shot there. On that left
lovely
side.
shooting from Storm. Brett Koenig heads to the outbox. And as I say, the substitution, Jamie Hughes now on ball.
A nice
And
retaliation
a
hit.
nice cue ball release. Yeah.
I think Storm need 1 hit to equalise.
Yeah, Storm currently down 1 player. It was good restraint from David a second ago, just faking.
Yeah, applying that pressure without giving possession.
Release.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, was that a line fault from Evans, maybe?
Not quite sure.
Doesn't quite matter. Christopherson makes the catch. And Meteors take the final set of the first half. And we go into it at 6-all.
Yeah, a very good, intense first half. A lot of great hits, really good accuracy I found from the Storm side, but I think Meteors converted a lot more 2-ball hits. But nice catches on both sides as well. How many sets came down to 3v3, 2v2, so definitely both teams are very much in it.
And we get ready to start this second half.
Both teams send in 3 runners, and I think...
Unfortunate for Meteors, although they win the middle ball, it does roll over to Storm.
Interesting there that Johnny Day decided to hold back slightly and then to have that burst run up right at the end before his release.
Yeah, it almost feels a bit more telegraphed that he's going to throw, so a bit easier for the side of Meteors to know who's throwing. But maybe you wanted to sort of, see a big dodge from someone and then track that movement.
Yeah, potentially.
Oh, and he does unfortunately line fault there under no pressure.
Oh, gosh.
I'm sure he'll be very disappointed with himself there. Oh, lovely trades.
Lovely block there from Stephen Dembay, and to get that retaliation hit. Waits slightly to get, to bait that tombstone, and then finishes Brett Koenig off.
Yeah, and on the far side of the court, James Fowler was successful in getting a hit through the block onto Brown, who heads to the outbox. So now Storm up 1 player against Meteors in this first set of the second half.
Waiting for that ball to come in. A lovely pressure applied by Meteors, but Storm just seemed to be quite calm with it and walk up and release a single. Yeah, I think both teams are trying to kind of feel out what the opposition are doing by nice and slow walk up, releasing a single, testing blocks, seeing who can get a single hit, and go from there.
I like the release from Fowler there. He goes for the trade onto Evans, but puts in a safe place just over his shoulder. Evans decides not to fish.
But a good retaliation there. I think nice read there from Sam Lafferty and Stephen Dembay to punish that pre-throw or 1 step. So, although it gives the possession...
Meteors 4 balls, yeah.
I think the centre ref called hit, but I think block was
Yeah,
called.
Nathan David also feeling a little aggrieved there, thinks that Ndumbe was hit there. It's uncertain on just the initial watch, but he might have blocked into himself there.
Potentially. But it's difficult. Ooh,
Ooh.
a nice double block there. Almost a hit there on Ndumbe. Only's a dodgy one. Your life flashes past your eyes when those happen.
Yeah.
A double pre-throw there on Sam Laverty.
Yeah, Meteor's definitely not afraid of the standing counters still.
I think because they have such a successful hit rate, they're happy to put, the risk of giving a possession to get that hit.
Although we say that, they did just release 2 at Reltonian, who survives yet another two-ball standing counter.
I think with little time left, they were potentially trying to force something at the end there, but fantastic survivability there from Relton. Really impressed. It is not an easy feat to dodge 2 pre-throws, and I feel like he's been pre-throwed quite a few times, so fair play to him.
Yeah.
Potentially Meteors might choose bigger targets to pre-throw next time.
One of the centre refs having a quick chat there with Nathan David from Meteors, just telling them to sort of calm down and just let the refs control the game. It's always nice to see that from refs, just to make sure that, the game is in control and it's not just players sort of trying to dictate outs.
Absolutely. Completely understandable. It's a very, everyone's passionate is playing here, and, we're all here to win at the end of the day, but understand that we need to keep a cool head to ensure the game flow.
This time
nice
Storm are successful in winning the 3rd ball. And Ndumbe choosing to go at Evans there, throwing up ball holder. Oh, sorry, Koenig.
And that was a 2-ball release to get a nice hit there, and a fast counter there on the left side.
Yeah, lovely shot
Dan
from
Evans.
Fowler.
Really nice. Ooh, a sneaky cross-court there. I love a cross-court test, ensuring that everyone's got their eyes up on that left side, opposite side. A nice dodge there in the middle, surviving the single attack from Meteors.
This is a
again, both sides surviving quite well.
Yeah, a perfect dodge on the singles so far. But a slightly completely unrelated note is currently 4 of the 5 Meteors players aren't wearing knee pads. And what's your opinion on people that don't wear knee pads? What do you think?
As someone who throws himself around quite a lot, I would be in quite a lot of pain without knee pads, so I find it slightly shocking considering some of them do go to their knees quite a lot. I think Nathan David tends to catch on his knees, so and Christopherson, if I remember correctly. So it does surprise me that they choose not to, but obviously they've done it for quite a while and they're great players, so it works for them, then so be it. What about yourself?
I too always choose to go for knee pads, just for sort of, trying to protect the knees as much as possible. But from speaking to players that don't, it's usually bet for that extra sort of movability and just sort of the freedom that they feel. So I completely understand it. And obviously, talking to the likes of sort of England player Ryan Neal, he often doesn't wear knee pads, but he says there are techniques for dropping safely. So
yeah, of course.
Whilst I understand it, I always just err on the side of caution.
Yeah, it's not going to be me, but I respect the decision. Some really nice plays here. There was a pre-throw. Sam Laverty countered that pre-throw, got the hit. Fowler took out the right winger, and now we're down to a 1v2. So, as we already know, Christopherson is a phenomenal catcher. Unfortunately, I think that is potentially an invalid attempt. I think it's debated. I mean, I respect the tactic, to throw one loop and then one aggressive ball to try and bait a catch. But I think potentially that ball went slightly too far right.
Yeah, well, I think as you can see from the line ref, I think that's Jordan Taylor there, actually saying that it wasn't actually the sort of the lateral sort of distance of the throw. It was too high and went too far behind.
Okay.
So unfortunately for Christopherson there, a nice tactic doesn't quite pay off for him. But Storm do take a nice little lead here into this game. Currently 10-6.
Ooh. It almost like Camerelton got the ball first, but Nick
Oh, that's a
Mester
lovely
yanked it
throw.
back.
Lovely hit from Koenig there. Fakes going at the left side of Storm and instead takes out Fowler, who was going to look for the trade.
Ooh. A nice catch there picked up by Nick Mester.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of single ball catches so far on the back line, so it's nice to see Kristofferson getting one there. Oh!
Oh my gosh, what a catch. That was phenomenal. Wow. And we already know Stephen DeBay has, arguably some of the best arms in the Super League, and to take that catch there is an amazing feat. And
he
another
takes
one.
another. Slightly off screen there, but Brett Koenig coming to life in this second half of this game. Bounce called there.
I feel like Meteors have potentially had enough of the single balls and feel like we'll just catch them instead. Yeah, really nice display of a catching ability. I think that's a catch and out called.
Yeah, catch and out call. Both teams seem happy with that.
This is an incredibly difficult position to be in here. If you go for ball, they should be blocking this every time. But you go for an open target, they're looking for a catch. It's
some nice dodging though from Fowler.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, the camera has been tilted, and hopefully someone moves this back.
But fortunately, we can still see what's happening.
Yes, actually, it's worked out quite well.
A nice lead from Koenig there. You can see he's really wanted to end this set. He's feeling confident. He's already taken two catches and hit this game. He's wanted to end this set and bring momentum back to Meteors.
Absolutely.
And although we don't see it, we see the celebration, and Meteors do get the hit there.
I think sometimes we see when teams go down, there's a fire in their belly to take more risk. So I think potentially earlier in the game, when the sets are close, there's no need to take those catches because you can, make the hit later, and surviving is more important. But I think when you realise, okay, we're 2 sets down, let's start taking a little bit more risk. And I think it paid off for them. They took 3 catches in that set, and 2 phenomenal catches at that.
Yeah, and Meteors a team that usually is quite fiery and quite energetic, so I'm sure that'll be big for bringing up the hype in the team, as they're currently 1 set down, 8-10 against Storm. They've taken a very, very quick time out there, not much words needing to be spoken, and they're lined up ready to go.
I'm guessing Storm called that timeout, which is a very good thing to do, especially after, again, like I said, 3 catches made. You kind of want to stop that mental energy of getting that really good win, to try and stop it in its stead.
Yeah, slow down the momentum of Meteors. That is realistically from that set, booms quite massively. And we are also actually going to see a change from Storm. Sam Andresen is going to come off for Dan Gittings, just on the inside of James Fowler on the far side of the court.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if they keep Day in the middle, or if he... Wow. That was like a gun shot.
Yeah. So I think if he keeps doing that, I'm sure Storm will be happy to keep him in the middle.
Absolutely.
Good dodging there from both sides.
When it hits the perfect place in your chest, it does a great sound.
Yeah, a nice satisfying thud.
Yes, absolutely.
You can see there, Meteors really feeling fired up. A nice single hit from David onto Lavity as he pumps his fists in the air. You can definitely sense a bit more energy from this Meteor side.
Yeah, absolutely. It shows their ability to have good mental resilience within the team. Even if you're down, you need to be feeling fired up and ready to attack each set that comes.
And Fowler is called out from the standing counter that came from Evans. Call comes a bit late, but it does come in the end.
Oh, wow. Phenomenal bet to survive by Dan Evans. 2 separate balls, and he gets underneath both of them.
Superb dodging.
And for Relton in the middle to survive another pre-throw from Dan Evans.
Oh, lovely shot from Ndumbe there. Taking out Brown. And as I say, just another standing counter came from the side of Meteors there, reverting back to what they were doing at the start of the game.
I think potentially when you see teams under pressure, they do tend to revert to pre-throws. But I think Storm potentially have started to read that and holding back a little bit to wait for it. Nice hit there onto Stephen DeBay. Oh my gosh. well, I'm not sure if Dan was aware that was happening. Dan was
No,
aware that was
not at
happening.
all.
But a great catch
He'll,
nonetheless.
he'll definitely tell you it was planned, but I think that's just completely unfortunate for Day there.
A 1-for-1 there. Which again, I think Meteors will be happy with.
But sometimes, small moments, small X-factor moments like that decide these kind of games.
Absolutely.
Unfortunate for Storm, but obviously Meteor's now 3 against 1 Storm player looking to end this.
Fantastic dodge in there from Cameron.
Relton
Nice
gets
quick
over all
up
3. Nick Mester does well to leave that single, though. Oh, phenomenal take from Evans. Arguably one you expect him to take, but, he does take it, and that's the important thing. Bringing this game to 10-all.
This has been a fantastic game so far.
Phenomenal.
There's been, so many great hits, fantastic catches, really good plays. Definitely entertaining.
And if I'm honest, I think so far this has been probably one of the biggest challenges Meteors have faced so far. Obviously, it's only the second meet, but this is their 6th game.
Yeah.
And arguably we've seen Storm struggle a little bit at times so far this season. Obviously, unfortunately falling short against Phantoms and also to Spartans, but they are really bringing it to Meteors in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. The Storm has such great talent and ability in that team. It's whether they can bring it on game day, and I think they are definitely bringing it to this. I think the discussions, from what I remember on the day, are just ensuring that both teams are keeping their cool, potentially not shouting in each other's faces for cheering for hits and so on and so forth, which, as you said, it's difficult. It is part of the game, but I understand that come across as aggressive sometimes. I don't think that's the case here, but I think that warning just sometimes helps settle it. Unfortunately, again, I think Nick actually gets the ball this time, but it goes to Storm's side, so that's happened twice already.
Yeah, real battle for that middle ball so far this game.
Absolutely. Competitive all the way through. Nice catch there.
That'll be huge, Meteors, taking out a massive arm on the side of Storm as Ndumbe heads to the box.
Yeah, I wonder if Storm will start putting their singles a little bit out of central mass now that Meteors have taken so many catches now.
I don't think so.
Evans
wow. Again
okay.
takes another drop catch, sending the other winger of Storm to the box. Great standing counter from Koenig. Yep. But Relton does get the trade. But again, Meteor's happy with this. They're still up 2 players. And 30, 40 seconds into this set?
Ooh, unlucky there from Johnny Day. I think it was the right ball to go for. Just great power and arms from Meteors to get that hit. I think 2 different targets there.
Yeah, interesting call.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, it is a great take from Relton. Unfortunately, he is hit first.
Yeah, that is quite unfortunate, but it shows his ability to take fantastic catches. Just very unfortunate that he didn't get that first one there. But nice, like I said, nice power from Meteors. They've got great arms, so.
Play 3 is called. The 1 ball falls a bit short. Yep, Evans called out for an invalid attempt.
That's one way to get players out.
Yeah. Just 4 more, Dan. 4 more.
4 more.
Interestingly, he's now thrown 3 singles at ball. Similar tactic to what Fowler was doing. Assuming, he's wanting to be countered so he can go up aggressive. A nice hit on the standing counter.
Wow. Lovely hit there. Dan Gittins is doing a fantastic job so far in this 1v5.
Yeah, looking more and more possible for him. He's got some time to work with. Again, he'll be on the defense here.
Nice faking there by Meteors to try and draw out the pre-throw, and a really nice finish there. I think they put the balls quite wide there to ensure that they wouldn't be at risk of being caught, and secure that hit to take them to 12-10.
Yep, 12-10.
Nice.
That's 3 sets in a row for Meteors, and obviously Storm have already called their timeout. And the final 1-minute set now.
I think Storm have made a sub. I think James Fowler has come off and Jake Sheehan has come on. For a 1-minute set, that is quite a challenge.
Yeah, that's a very big decision. I mean, often you see coaches not do that because sort of you just leave the team to be, and obviously Jake Sheehan hasn't played at all so far this game, so he has to try and find his feet in the final 1-minute set against this strong Meteor side that have got momentum on their side.
A very nice pre-throw there.
Oh,
fantastic
some great dodging. Arguably a bit risky. Might not have needed to go for it in the first place, but great dodging from Ndumbe as he's moved over to that left wing now.
Considering, yes, the pre-throw was successful, might have been worth resetting, but, you know, I respect the play. He survived, he got away with it. They've got 4 balls now, let's see what they can do. They get the hit. Meteors down, currently 2 players, yeah.
Yeah, not long left. Meteors in possession of 3 balls, probably go a bit more aggressive, they do.
And Storm survive. Oh, they get the hit, sorry. But only 1 hit. But they used all the balls and they only got 1 hit. Yeah, that's quite unfortunate. And the
Storm
wins
do take the set. Storm take the set, meaning the game ends in a draw. Sometimes
12-12.
feeling a bit anticlimactic, but honestly, I feel like that's the deserved final outcome. Both teams putting up a phenomenal performance. And yeah, I think that was just a perfect example of what Men's Super League has to offer. Some great throwing, some superb catching and X-Factor moments.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I completely agree. That was a phenomenal game to watch, extremely entertaining, some fantastic catching, really accurate, great single ball throws. I think Meteors really brought in that second half. They took some great catches, they started picking up those singles, but fair play to Storm to getting that win in the end to draw the match. So I think this makes the table a little bit more interesting.
And he gets over the second. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back